Hi guys, welcome to my latest video. Today we have a mini-series review, not too many on my channel thus far, but it is going to be on the new Netflix mini-series, Haunting of Bly Manor. After an au pair's tragic death, Henry hires a young American nanny to care for his orphaned niece and nephew who reside at Bly Manor with the chef Owen, groundspeaker Jamie, and housekeeper Mrs. Gross. So that in itself doesn't even cover nearly what happens in this series. If you're familiar with The Haunting of Hill House, this is not really a follow-up as they're not connected, but it is somewhat another haunting story told in the same way and does have the same cast despite them not playing the same characters, but we'll talk about that a bit more in the pros and the cons. I really like the way that this show and episodes were laid out. It would randomly spend a whole episode on a certain character, whether that's their backstory or what they're up to now. As it ends, you're kind of like, why was that shown? But then in later episodes, you begin to piece together what the whole story actually is, and you realize why that was relevant. It's just a really cool and unique way of unveiling mysterious elements like that amongst this show, and it focuses so much on these small details or just details in general that when a horror moment actually does come, it catches you off guard as you kind of forget that this is somewhat of a horror show. If we've seen a lot of horror movies, you know, a lot of the time they just cut to the scares or whatever. They don't focus too much on developing the story, but this, it's not just trying to be something for scares, it's something genuine, so moments like that are way more effective than any jump scare in a movie. And just like in The Haunting of Hill House, this show is shot in an excellent way which feels just like a movie. All the actors here were superb, especially the child actors. Emily B. Smith, who actually plays Peppa Pig, funny enough, and also Benjamin Evan Ainsworth did great as the children and could be really creepy at times. You understand if you've seen it. Victoria Pedretti, Emily Eve, Tinaya Miller, Rahul Kohli, and especially Oliver Jackson Cohen, who were all superb. I just really liked how, just like how we see these actors who had been in the first one as completely different characters portray someone entirely different here and still doing a great job. I just loved how much depth they gave these characters. They said sometimes they devoted a whole episode to a certain character that just made them have something, whether that's something about their backstory, something just sticks with them. Found that very important as it made us feel like these characters were real. We can actually understand some of their motives. Now moving on to the cons, and it has to be said, the way that this story is told, it takes time to get used to. It took me about 3 episodes. As I mentioned, they include a lot of random details and random stuff in an episode, and you wonder why it's important and you find out later as you piece things together. So things like that, it can be very confusing at the start and take some adjusting, especially if you've seen and really enjoyed Haunting of Hill House like I did. Seeing these actors in different characters, it also takes a lot of time to get used to. Although maybe not as creepy as The Haunting of Hill House, even though I don't think it focuses too much on that, it is still another excellent show from Netflix. I would highly recommend, and in terms of my rating, I'm going to give The Haunting of Bly Manor an 82%. But yeah, as I said, maybe not as good as The Haunting of Hill House, but still another creepy and well shot, well executed, well acted Netflix miniseries. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please let me know in the comments what you thought of The Haunting of Bly Manor and if you thought it was better than The Haunting of Hill House. Really appreciate if you like and subscribe, and yeah, hopefully I'll see you in my next video.